I guess most of the students have the student loan, right? Their parents just don't pay their tuition.
Yeah, you basically graduate from college with a bunch of debt that you have to pay back. I know the interest percentage rate on student loans is lower because you're going to start paying them back when you're younger, and you're probably not making as much money as you would be when you're 35. College is incredibly expensive, and a lot of people do take out student loans to pay for their college education. I was very fortunate that I didn't have to do that. My parents paid for my undergraduate education outright, no questions asked. They also paid for my master's degree.
Nice.
But I'm very lucky. Like I understand that I'm very fortunate that they were able to do that, because a lot of people aren't. And I didn't go to a state school. I went to an out-of-state school, so my tuition was a lot higher. And then my master's degree came from a school it's private, so my tuition was higher for graduate school. I think it's something that's pretty common nowadays for people to take out student loans.
Yeah, I needed to save money for Danica.
Honestly, I would start doing that now, because if you set up some sort of like,
it's called a 529.
Yeah, then you don't get taxed on the money when you use it, because it was set up for educational purposes.
Right. Already planned. We'll do it soon. Danica can use that money for the tuition. I don't want her to have like tons of debt right after school and have so much pressure.
No, my mother did that for my nephew. So my nephew doesn't have to worry about college. So he won't have to take out loans in college.
That's nice. Do you know generally when they are able to pay it off? Like which age?
I think that just depends on how much you took out. I mean, if you think about like doctors, they're in school for 10 years, if not longer. They graduate with like almost or more than $400,000 in debt. Whereas like if somebody's going to a state school and they're out in 4 years, and you know, it's a huge difference. So, and it also depends on what kind of job you get out of college to see how quickly you can pay your loans off. I would say that, like, you know, most people I would think are done paying their debt off by the time they're 40. I really don't know.
Doctors, I know they have more debts, but they make more later.
They do. They earn more for sure, but then insurance to be a physician, like your insurance as a physician is so expensive because of like medical malpracticing and stuff like that.
What does that mean?
So if you practice medicine, you have to have insurance.
Oh, didn't know that.
So that if something happens while you're practicing medicine, like that you're insured. And so insurance, because so when you if you were to get sued.
Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. Like right after school, you become a doctor, then you do some surgeries to some patient, then you will be like secured by the insurance, right? You messed up.
Yeah.
You need that
kind of
insurance.
Messed up. Yeah.
But lawyers and the doctors are still like the richest people in this state.
So physicians make different amounts of money. Like an orthopedic surgeon is one of the highest paid physicians. Their salary is like over $500,000 a year. Lawyers, it also depends on what type of law you practice. Like a lawyer who's a family lawyer probably isn't going to be making the same amount per hour as you know, a really well-respected litigator. But as you progress in your career, you can start charging more per hour as an attorney. So like my brother-in-law is an attorney, and he, you know, charges more per hour now than he did when he first started practicing in 2007, because he's got, you know, 14 years of experience now as an attorney.
All right, I had a very, very exciting time with you today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I appreciate your time, and I would like to invite you as my guest again in the future.
I'd be
if you don't
happy to
mind.
join you. Thank you.
Thank you to be my channel again, and I'll talk to you next time.
Okay, sounds good.